Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer and today I'm gamesplaining Biblios. Biblios is a game that works in a couple of phases. The first part of the game is where we take this deck and distribute it amongst the players and a extra deck, otherwise known as the auction pile. So the way this works, say this is a 2-player game, the active player that is, will deal 3 cards to themselves. They'll choose one of the cards to keep, so say the active player chooses that one. They will choose one of the cards to go on the auction pile. So it might be that one, which goes face down there. And the other one goes to the other player. If this was a 3 or 4 player game, obviously you take an extra card. So we've got 1 per player plus 1 for the auction pile. That goes into their hand. This goes into the player's hand. The next player will select their 3. And they will choose to hang on to 1 card, put 1 card into the auction pile, and give a public card to the other player. You'll notice straight away that there were 2 types of cards there. There were money cards, and there were these other cards. What's going to happen is the money cards are used in the auction round to purchase more of these cards. The aim of the game is to have the highest number within each area to gain the die for whichever area. So in this case, we've got 3 in the monks, I believe that is, which is the first one, which is worth 3. This player has only 1 point worth for the orange die, and I believe that's called the manuscript. So if we then have a look at the third one, so it's this player's turn, there's money and there's regular cards. Now there's this other type of card. What this one does is this card, if it's claimed by either of the players, will come into play straight away. So say the dealing player has chosen this one, which means add 1 to 1 die. So they may go, if it's this player's turn, he's heavy in this area, so he may add 1 to that die, which now means that the winner of this area at the end of the game is going to get 4 points, while the winner of the other areas gets 3. There are some cards in the deck that allow for you to add 1 to 2 dice, or take 1 away from 1 or 2 dice, or add 1 or take 1 away. So they're all in the deck. If that card got played to there, and say he took that card and that guy picked up that card, what would happen is that die would stay where it is for the moment. Once it comes through this pile, whoever has bid on it and won it will then choose which of those dice will change. So that brings me to the next option. We move our way through this entire deck. So the deck is pulled out. We've done the whole thing. What now happens is each of these cards gets bid on. So the top card will get turned over. Each other player will have a look through their deck and will kind of know what they want. Whichever player will then bid on it. So if this was the player who's turned that one over, this player will bid first. They might bid 1, this player bids 2, etc. until one of the players decides to step out. Say it's gone for 3. This player would then spend the 3 money and take that card into their hand. That player would then flip over the next one. And it keeps going like that until this deck is entirely split between the 2. If a money card comes off that deck, you'll be bidding, but this time instead of bidding money to buy other money, you're now bidding cards. So this player may bid 1 card, that player may bid 2, 3, 4, etc. Whoever has bid the most number of cards will say they've gone to 4 cards. They'll choose which cards they wish to get rid of. So either they'll think, oh, I'm really heavy on this particular type of book. I'm going to win that one. I'm going to lose that one. I might get rid of these cards. And then the 4 cards that they've bid to take that would go off into a discard pile. They take that in. The same happens with any of those special cards. So once again, it comes down to the bidding of money again, the same as with the other books. And this player will spend the money. If he's only got these 4 money in his hand, but he's bid 3, he's going to still have to pay the 4 because he obviously can't get change. And then that will allow him to reduce the number on one of the dice, whichever one he's probably the least strong at. Once that's all been split, we then add up the value of each of the types of book that we have in our hand, and whoever has the highest number will win. If for example, there is a split, so both players have the same number for a book, so it might be for the first ones. The player with the A or closest to the A will win that type of book. So this player has won that, and that goes through with all of them. Maybe they've ended up that way, in which case the player on this side has won with 8 points and this player's only got 7. However, if that is the breakup of it, so they've both ended up on 8 points, whichever player has the most money, which is in these cards, left at the end of the game will win the game. If that's still a tie, then we go to whoever won this one, which would be this player. And we gradually work our way down. So if it's in a 3-player game and the 2 players with the highest number have not won that one, then we go to the blue, and then green, yellow, and red, etc. Okay, I think that's all of the rules for Biblios. If you'd like to go on and watch some sections of Biblios played, please go on to the next video. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you have any games that you wish to be Gamesplaned, please shoot me an email at thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games that I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.